too low, or whatever the case may be. Okay. All right, so 5 special ways to say thank you to your mother on this Mother's Day. So I have a question for you. What are you doing for your mother today? Are you cooking for your mother? Did you buy her a card? Did you get her a gift? Did you make her favorite pie or her favorite cake? Or are you expecting your mother to do that for you this Mother's Day because you're a mother too? Whatever it is, it's all good. Now, we all know that mothers are a really, really special part of our lives. Mothers make us feel good. And you want to know the greatest thing about it all is that you wouldn't even be here if you didn't have a mother. You wouldn't even be on this planet right now if your mother did not say yes to going through with your existence. Now, we know sometimes as a mother, we go through our challenges, but what more could we ask for than the children that we actually bring up and we raise to be wonderful human beings on this planet, you know? And so it's such a rewarding feeling to be able to show our parents love and to be a real mother. I want to stress that because, all right, we're going to keep it positive. So anyway, let's hop right into 5 ways that you can actually say thank you to your mother. Am I missing anybody? You said amen to, hey, Miranda, happy Mother's Day. So guys, I'm trying to multitask here with a few different lives, pictures and things. So if I'm looking a few ways, please, I'm not ignoring either one, but I'm just trying to multi-stream. Which is all good. So I might not see all your comments right away, but I'm going to do my best to make sure that I show you all love. Okay. So let me say this. Mothers not only listen to our problems, right? They also give up their lives for us. And as a mother, we give up our lives, a lot of our lives for our children. And so what better way to show your mother love, starting with number 1. Begin to thank your mother. Call her up. And I want you to thank your mother for comforting you through the storms. I know sometimes our parents had to give us tough love. And sometimes they did some things, whether we got hit with the switch. That hit with the switch was out of love. It was not out of hate. It was out of wanting you to be a child of obedience. Okay. And so I think the best thing to do is, thank your mother for comforting you through the storms. Moms are like human tranquilizers. They offer their voices for us. They offer their calmness in ways that no one else can. And I mean, think about a time maybe when you were little and maybe there was a thunderstorm and your mother came in and she wrapped her arms around you and she said, oh, baby, it's going to be okay. It's just a little rain. And maybe you go through things that when you hear that thunderstorm or that lightning, it takes you back to the moment when your mother used to wrap you in her arms and tell you that it's going to be okay. So definitely, you want to just thank your mother and say, Mom, thank you. Thank you for comforting me through the storms. Thank you for striking me with that switch, because maybe I wouldn't have gotten the lessons if I didn't get hit with the belt, the switch, or whatever else that it may be that your mother did. If your mother is alive, call her and tell her thank you. If your mother has crossed over to the other side, just keep in mind that her spirit is still alive. The body may be gone, but the spirit is still living. Okay? So, number 1, thank your mother for comforting you during the storms. Number 2, you're going to thank your mom for making you feel valued. Listen, one of the greatest gifts that you can actually give your mother is probably what your mother gave you. She helped you to feel valuable. So when things were down and your mother saw you, feeling some kind of way or whatever the case may be, she showed up authentically her as a mother, showing you love and making you feel valued. So when you had your dreams and when you had your aspirations and things that you wanted to accomplish in your life, most mothers support their children and their dreams, and if you didn't have a mom who really supported your dreams and your desires, don't take it personal, because let me be honest with you, some parents, depending on how they grew up, only treated you the best way that they knew how to treat you, the best way that they knew how to handle motherhood. Maybe your father wasn't there, and maybe she was trying to struggle through her own storms at the time, and maybe she just didn't really know. But don't hold that against her. You just have to forgive your mother, because at the end of the day, we only get one mother. And even if you hated your mother's guts, or you happen to hate your mother's gut, if something was to happen to your mother, you would lose your mind. Okay, so with all love and due respect, guys, thank your mother for making you feel valued. I know, like my mother, she loves to cook. My mother is everybody's mother, literally. Any of my friends and family can tell you that when they come to my home, or they come to my mother's home. Now, there's a lot of love in my house. Whether it's my mother or my grandmother, my aunts that are here, like it's just a lot of love in my family, and you always want to feel valued. You, as a mother, you want to feel valued. So what better way to thank your mother than showing her how much you actually value her? So if she's cooking, tell her how good that food was. Tell her, Mom, you put your foot in this macaroni and cheese. You want to show her that the things that she does, you do value. And like I said, even if she wasn't there 100%, I'm pretty confident that there's at least one thing that your mother has done that you can let her know that you value, that she did, okay, that made you feel value yourself in some way, because she held you down, All right, number 3, you want to thank her for the gift of wisdom. All right, I know this one about to hit a bunch of y'all probably right upside the head, and I'm okay with you having to feel the bat. That's the way that I feel about it. How many times, mothers, have you been in relationships and your parents was like, I don't like him, and you stayed with the person? I don't know where this mosquito came from. I know that was so random, but anyway, and you stayed with the person, only to find out that your mother was right. Even me, I give my son, I give him like the ultimate space, and I also give him the ultimate advice. I talk to him, and I help him understand life, because that's our job as a mother, to really just plant great seeds in our kids. And again, sometimes maybe if your parent wasn't really able to plant a whole lot of seeds, there's still lessons that you have learned from your mother. There's still wisdom that your mother had given you, whether it was relationship advice or whether it was just telling you, don't go somewhere today, and then you find out that maybe there was an accident or an explosion or whatever the case may be. Or maybe she taught you how to put the cinnamon and the sugar and the whipped cream in a sweet potato pie to make it creamy. I don't know, but she gave you wisdom in some kind of way. You know what I mean? So a little wisdom goes a long way. You know what I mean? So you want to just, reach out to your mom and say, Mommy, I want to just thank you for the wisdom that you've given me. Mommy, I want to just thank you for caring so much. I want to just thank you for supporting me so much, for supporting my dreams. Or thank you, Mommy, for teaching me how to bake a cake. Thank you, Mommy, for showing me how to wash the dishes when I was 5. And, whatever. There is something that your mom has taught you. And so you want to just, show her love for the things that she did do. Stop focusing on what your mother didn't do, how she wasn't there. What about when she was there? What did she try to do to build you up as a person when she was there? Whether she's crossed over or whether she's still alive in the picture or not in the picture, there is something that your mother has given to you. And truthfully speaking, our parents, this is Mother's Day, so let me keep it on Mother's Day. Our mothers, they give us the wings to fly because they believe in us, you know, and a lot of times, even though sometimes we might bump heads with our parents on certain situations, but it's because they care. It's because they care. You know, it's a lot of people out here who don't have mothers and wish that their mother cared. You know what I mean? So if you have a mother that really cares, and sometimes it's a little tough love, suck it up. Be a big girl. You can handle it. So this Mother's Day, I want you to thank your mother for the hope that she gave you when you felt hopeless, when you were crying and you were feeling down and out and all hope was lost or whatever. Just thank your mother for the wisdom that she gave you, you know, and you know, just love her unconditionally, because that's what it's about, unconditional love. Number 4, I want you to thank your mother for delaying her dreams. Yes, because there are a lot of mothers out here who didn't really get to live their dreams because what? They had you. Some parents took you with them everywhere they went while they were pursuing their dreams. And then you became a duplicate of a go-hard woman, a powerful and phenomenal woman, because of your mother holding you under her wings and helping you to flap yours. You understand what I'm saying? You know, our mothers, they help us fly. Good, bad, and indifferent. They help us rise to the top. So there are lessons that we learn, you know, from our parents or being on the journey with our parents. I keep forgetting it's Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day. Being on the journey with your mother, you know, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? You have to just thank her for putting her dreams to the side so that you could fulfill yours. Okay? Yes, I know. A Mother's Day card. Yeah, it's cool. I'm not saying, you know, you can't do a Mother's Day card and then cards that make fun of diapering you and thank you, Mom, for putting on my diapers or whatever the case may be. But, you know, think about how your mother put up with your terrible 2s. How does she put up with your terrible 3s? How about when you turned into a teenager and you didn't come in the house when you were supposed to and she was going crazy? Where is my child? You understand what I'm saying? There's just so many different things that we should be grateful for that our parents have delayed for us or have given to us, you know, in the process. And let's not even talk about when you got 20 and you start smelling yourself a little bit. I already know, okay? So, yes, you want to thank your mother. Hi, Naima. Thank you. Hey, Saints Montaigne. Hey, Naima. Hey, cousin. Okay. Hey, Lynette. All right. So, yeah. So, and like I said, if I'm missing you guys, I promise I will show you love at the end of this live because I can't see everything in all these places at one time. So, anyway, back to this thing. So, yes, guys, I mean, like, let's be real. Let's be real. When we turned 20, we started stinking a little bit. We thought we was grown, you know. Half of us was probably in the world and doing some off the wall stuff before we even reached 20. Okay? I know, a little tough love, but that's TK. I gotta be the person to give it to you. And I'm more than happy to have you accepted from me rather than someone else, you know. And so it's all good, you know. So the reality, though, guys, is that, you know, your mother helped you to dream things that you didn't dream yet. You know what I mean? And your mother, she put up with a lot of different things. And she gave you a new excitement for life. And let's say, and if your father wasn't really there, it was double. Like, she had to be 2 in 1. So don't think that our parents didn't give up things because of our existence. They have, and even if you can't see it, it's something. And even if your mother gave you to your grandparents and your grandparents raised you, let me be clear here. Do you think that for 1 minute, if your mother could have given you the best life that she could give you, that she wouldn't have given it to you? If your mother gave you to her mother your grandmother or your grandparents to raise you, is because she wanted the best life for you. And she knew that at that particular time, she might not have been in a position to deliver that. And so what did she do? She put you in the hands of the person who cared for her. Guys, it's deeper here. It's so many different things there's so many different ways that we can look at it. But we could condemn the mother for the things that she didn't do, or we could be grateful and change our perception about how we view the different things that our mothers have done for us, even though it looked like they didn't care. If you were adopted and you had parents that aren't your biological parents, it's not about who pushed you out all the time. Who was there for you? Somebody was there to be a mother figure for you, or you wouldn't be the woman that you are today. You understand what I'm saying? And we got to be grateful for that person who really did step in and take on the role as your mother. So it's just so much, you know what I mean? It's just so much for us to really be grateful for when it comes to the different things that our parents may have sacrificed in order for us to live a happy life. Okay, so this Mother's Day, I want you to thank your mother for the hope that she gave you, you know, when you didn't really know what to do, you know, and she always saw your failures as temporary. A lot of our parents, they see our failures as temporary, and they helped us to see that it was temporary. And our failures really are temporary. It's not the end of the world when something doesn't go right, but you could always go back to mama. How many people moved out because they wanted to be away from their mother and end up going back home? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. And why? Doesn't it feel good for you to be able to go back to mom's? And how often does she open up her arms and just accept you back in all the time? Each and every time. And if you're a guy, you know, some of you guys are living the street life, and maybe you was locked down or whatever the case may be. Who was there for you putting money in your account? Who was there making sure that you ate? Who was there? Just, you know, you understand what I'm saying? There's just so many more things to get beyond the small picture, y'all. Get beyond the small picture and let's elevate, you know what I mean? And see the bigger picture that if it wasn't for your mother, your behind wouldn't even be here. So be grateful for that and shout your mother out and show her love for delaying her dreams or for even just giving up what she wanted so that she could make sure that you were okay. And number 5, I want you to go beyond thanking your mama. I want you to get out there and support your mother like she has always supported you. How can you do this? Let me give you a little example of how you can actually make that happen. All right, let's just say your mother. Let me ask you this. When is the last time that you've taken your mother on a trip? When is the last time that you just sent her a thank you card just because? Not because it's Mother's Day and this is the only time that you're supposed to show your mother love. Let's think beyond that. How every day, how she used to get up every morning to make sure you eat breakfast. Your mother or your grandmother, your great-grandmother, whoever raised you. Let's get beyond that, right? Has your mother always wanted to take a trip someplace? Why don't you start? Has she ever wanted to like start a hobby or write a book? Let's reverse the tables. And what I want you to do is start supporting your mother's dream. Just let's flip it a bit. Yeah, as a mother, you support your children's dream. But how about because now you are a mother, or even if you're not a mother, if you could just turn that around in some way and support the dreams that your mother had. You know, maybe, like I said, maybe your mother wanted to take a trip somewhere and maybe she felt like she couldn't go because she always had the kids or she always had the grandkids. Come on. There's so many different things that we could do, you know what I mean, to really show our mothers that we appreciate them and going beyond the thank you. Okay, get out there and support your mother like she has always supported you. And even if she didn't support you all the time, maybe because she didn't have enough information to be supportive about it. But at the end of the day, her love for you allowed you to continue to push forward. You understand what I'm saying? And we got to be appreciative and thankful for all of that. Trust and believe there's something that your mother has always wanted to do. And you know what it is. And if you don't know, maybe ask her. Get in her mind. Mommy, what is it that you always wanted to do that you feel that you still haven't accomplished yet? Maybe she's looking for a husband. Maybe you can start looking for one for her. When you out and maybe you meet a guy that has a wonderful personality and he's available, maybe set them up on a date and you pay for the date. It's just so many different things that you can do. You know what I mean? You got to think about it. Your mom cared for you as though you were a golden treasure. Whether your mother is still here or not, doesn't matter. She did that. And again, if she's crossed over, her spirit is still alive. You can still show your mother love and say, Mommy, thank you. And thank God that she was able to bring you to this planet through her. It's bigger. You understand what I'm saying? So I want you guys to think bigger. And I want you to reverse the roles here. You know what I mean? It's your turn to give back. It's your turn. You know? Your world spins because of your mother. Help your mother's world to spin. Help your mother's world begin to spin again because of you. Okay? Answer the call. And serve your mother by supporting your mom. Okay? With what's important to her right now. All right. So those are 5 ways that you can actually thank your mother this Mother's Day. Okay. And like I said, please don't let Mother's Day stop here, guys, because this is not the end. We shouldn't have to wait until May to show your mother love. Even if you just gave her a call and say, hey, Ma, I just called to tell you I love you. I don't want nothing. Usually what do? Call your mother because you need something. Mommy, can you watch the kids? Mommy, can you do this? Mommy, can you help me with that? But, how about just saying, Mommy, I don't want anything. I just wanted to call you and tell you that I love you. Grandma, I don't want anything. I just wanted to call you and tell you that I love you. You can do it. Okay, guys? Like, break past the shade and love your mother for whoever she is and whatever she has been, whatever parts of her that made you feel golden. Focus on that. Don't focus on what wasn't done right. Focus on the things that she did do that were great, that made you feel great, that made you the woman that you are today and the mother that you are today. And even if your mother wasn't really a great mother, perhaps her not being a great mother made you decide that you would treat your kids way better than the mother that you had did. So it was still a lesson for you. Look for the goodness in everything. All right. So finally, here's a little trick that I call pay attention to mom. Now, by that, I mean, like I said, don't wait till May to show her Happy Mother's Day, okay? Who says that it had to be an official holiday? That's a program, It's a program that, this is the day you celebrate mother. You celebrate your mother every day, So I had a friend that every year on his birthday, what he would do is he would send his mother roses on his birthday. Why? Because it was the perfect occasion for actually honoring his passage through the womb into this earth to say, Mom, it's my birthday because you brought me here. You understand what I'm saying? So there's so many different things that we can do, to thank our parents for being who they are, and being such an asset in our lives in so many different ways. So today, don't let a greeting card do the talking for you. Open up your mouth. Open up your mouth and call your mom, call your grandma, call your great-grandma, whoever that mother figure was in your life, your stepmom, whoever, it does not matter. Don't let a gift card trip to the local store be the solution to, oh, I did something for my mother. Okay. Like, let's go bigger. Let's go bigger. Okay. So now, don't get me wrong. Of course, you can still do those things, but just take the time to make the extra effort, guys. You know, make the extra effort. If your mom wants to talk, maybe just listen to her. Even if sometimes she's babbling on, just listen. Maybe she never gets to express herself because she doesn't really have anyone to talk to like that. And so maybe she comes and she dumps it on you, but it's not personal. It's like, Dad, if I can't talk to anybody, the least I could do is talk to my child. You understand what I'm saying? So be supportive of mom, show mom love, and real quick, 1, thank your mother for comforting you during the storms. 2, thank your mother for making you feel valued. 3, thank her for her gift of wisdom. 4, thank your mother for delaying her dreams and even giving them up so that you can have yours. And 5, go beyond thinking and get out there and support your mother like she has always supported you. I hope everyone has a fabulous Mother's Day, and I hope that this live has helped you in some way, encouraged you, and inspired you to go the extra mile for your mother this Mother's Day. And if you're a mom, happy Mother's Day! Woo! Mwah!